All right, and we are live.
Look, new Xbox symbol. Hey, Bloodaxe, the new Xbox symbol. That's what
Yeah,
pops
no.
on the screen. Boom.
I tell you
Xbox.
what, I've already told you guys. I've decided to go with the gaming PC. You don't have to keep trying to convince me. And we'll get into for those
we
of all
just don't
that,
want you. We have to know. We're Dice Junkies. We must make sure you never look back. I'm kidding. It's not us. It's Xbox doing it.
actually, we also need to make sure the community knows that things aren't being as transparent as they should be, because this is what Xbox says to the fanboys out there. I mean, was the video that Zeno shared with us about the Microsoft dick punch? I showed to my my oldest son, and he laughed his tail off. So,
Gears 5 is Play Anywhere. Yes.
Well, I figured it out because my progress carried over. So, I guess we should dive in, actually. We got a place to start. We've been throwing up. Luckily, I don't think that triggers the YouTube thing, but we've been throwing up the Xbox symbol for a minute.
Well, Scuttlebutt is, and Mark's going to do an intro in a second, but Scuttlebutt is there. The algorithm now looks for images as well as audible. So be careful with some of that mess as well.
Man, I almost said F YouTube, but not with the censored version. that was I'm about to demonetize this video immediately. Just
per Jeremy Hamley of the Quartering, who I saw this in one of his videos a couple of weeks ago, that he had to be careful with some things he posted because he would turn the sound off and they were still getting him. So,
like reading.
Don't know if that's true, but it wouldn't surprise me knowing how ABC does their bullshit. So, anyway, take us away, Zeno.
All right, welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
you.
And
we have an infuriated Bloodaxe yet again.
Oh my God. All right, let's get started.
Bloodaxe, future Xbox, man.
Dude, I mean, 80% of our titles today are Xbox related, or Microsoft or Xbox related. But we'll start off with the Rogue Ally and the misconception there, and what a lot of people have recently been bringing up with the release of the Rogue Xbox Ally, which is what I said before, just an Xbox branded Rogue Ally. But the thing I wasn't 100% sure of, and that came up and fooled a lot of people, was that apparently the Rogue Ally does not play your Xbox library unless it is Play Anywhere, which is only you got like 1,500 titles, but they're not your top titles. But yeah, so if you bought a game digitally on your Xbox or have a game on your Xbox, you cannot play it on the Rogue Ally unless you are doing like a remote play, which means you have to be in your home network and be playing on your Xbox actually. Or
so you're just playing your Xbox.
Or it's one of the few titles that's Play Anywhere and you bought it digitally.
Well, yeah, because obviously there's not going to be the top games under Play Anywhere. Why would they let you get away with buying one copy if they could sell you two? I mean, we're going to cover later why they almost don't have a choice on that, because like you said, a lot of it's Xbox, but I was shocked because I just started seeing videos going, the new Rogue Xbox is not an Xbox, it's not a console. Because I kept suggesting it as an alternative to Bloodaxe, because I presumed he could play his Xbox games and PC games on it. Only to find out, no, you can play Xbox Anywhere, which there's only one game that we played that's even on that list. I think Gears 5 is the only game. And then you can play PC games, because no, you have no access to your Xbox library for anything you bought for console that does not fall under that very specific category. So on top of the loss of physical copies that, our boy Bloodaxe is very serious about collecting, even his digital games, he'd lose most of them. He'd probably only have Gears. That would be like the only game he would have from his years of Xbox loyalty on his Rogue.
I bought the physical copy.
Well, if you get Game Pass, it's on there.
Yeah.
It's only $30 a month. So I don't know. Dude. And then Zeno tried to put some hope in and go like, well, no, you can remote play your games to your console. And I said, away from the house? He's like, the way I understand it, because Zeno's a hopeful. You may not believe this, but he's a good guy. He likes to believe that they wouldn't make it not able to be played away from the house.
Hang on. Hold that thought. In his defense, I assumed the same thing too, because if you think through it, what benefit is it for me to load my Xbox at home and then play on my phone or a tablet while at home when my Xbox is right there? And sure enough, Xeno verified, nope, you have to be on the same network, which is zero benefit. Zero.
Don't feel bad. We all took a L. I assumed you could play your effing Xbox games. And I was really wrong because like Play Anywhere is the only thing left. I was like, well, yeah, you buy this, you'll have your console games that you can play through it because, PCs can emulate. So clearly the Xbox Rogue will emulate an Xbox. No. You would be better off buying a different portable device that you can modify. Well, excuse me, we're not supposed to suggest that. Let's just say that somehow their portable device does less than a modified portable device for somebody that's a little savvy.
You'd be better off buying a Switch 2 and then have it bricked, and you probably have more functionality than I would have on everything I've bought over the past 20 years. So, yeah.
Your Switch 2 probably will play just as many Xbox games as your Rogue Ally. You know what? With the possibility of some of those games being cross-platform, it might play more Xbox games.
I swear to God, if I had bought one, I would sue them for false advertising because it's not a rogue ally; it's a rogue enemy, and that's how I want to go ahead and go on the stance on this.
It's a portable PC. It's not even an Xbox device. All it is a PC that comes preloaded with the dashboard for it. That's all. It's just got the app on it.
Well, it's got the app, and they cut a Xbox controller in half and welded it to the sides of the screen.
That's not even player friendly. I mean,
rather it was Bluetooth and I could use a wireless Xbox controller.
Exactly. I mean, if back months ago when I was looking at the Rogue, what I was thinking about doing was, well, if I could get a docking station where I could go to my TV with it and plug in my Bluetooth my controller, that's perfect because I won't need a gaming PC. Well, you know what? Bloodaxe was wrong again, and now Bloodaxe has escalated his timeline from 2 or 3 years to 2 or 3 months. So Microsoft can live long and suck it, as far as I'm concerned, because
our boy Zeno
I am livid. They really do not give a rat's ass about any of their customer base at all.
Well, are we segueing already? Because we can get into that. They made that very clear. But our boy Zeno's doing his text wizardry, and we're going to start composing the Bloodaxe Frankenstein PC that's going to bring him into the next era. Because, for
those of you that don't know, I was a PC gamer. Everybody had a Nintendo growing up. Well, Generation X, we all had Nintendos growing up, and then a Super Nintendo. But I was PC gamer for years back when Warcraft 2 and 3 came out. And then the convenience of Xbox Live to play with friends as opposed to be playing solo games, I could play with Q and I could play with other people in Kitsune. And so I switched to Xbox 21 years ago and have not had a gaming PC since then. The only computers I've had were laptops I used for either school or work or just be able to pay the bills at home. Or even when we actually do videos for Dicejunkies, which I haven't done that in a while, but I need to get back into it again. But now they're like, oh, we don't want your money anymore. So here, go back to yes, I'm switching back to PC gaming, and it's sad because I was extremely loyal, probably blindly so. And Q beat me to the punch several years ago with going with a gaming PC, and he was right and I was wrong because I figured at least Microsoft was convenience for the working man and convenience for the family, but no, they don't give a rip about being fiscally responsible for working family members. I mean, they've almost gone the path of Disney as far as jacking up the prices and giving you the finger than making you feel like you're a bad person for not buying and consuming their products anymore. So
Dude,
I am done with Microsoft. I am.
Dude,
I'm
don't
so
feel
done.
bad for fanboying. I mean, I was one of the biggest Game Pass fanboys. I loved Game Pass. But of course, when it originally started, it was pretty good for the money. Like the money, literally, I said for this price. But I now feel horrible because there's all these videos out there of me pushing Game Pass. And now I'm like, I mean, we've legitimately covered my divorcing from it, especially finding out the Game Pass PC. But I ran into a problem because I ran into this first, man. I went to my PC Game Pass and noticed that, remember, we tried to do Dead Island and other stuff that I had bought, and I said, dude, I can't load any of my games, even though they're in the Xbox Live, they're in the Xbox Store, they're on Game Pass, and I own the game. But no, like, the only game that carried over any progress was literally Gears 5. So I had to rebuy stuff. Now, I will say, me going to PC, or give a little shout out, that's all Jarek's fault, you know. Our boy Jarek, even though Xeno tried, nobody sold me harder than those that know me well know that I am a hardcore Skyrim. I've played a lot of modded Skyrim. And I walked in to see my boy Jarek, and I actually like went over and walked in, and I saw him playing this game, and I said, man, what the heck is that? That looks awesome. And he's like, that's Skyrim. And I'm like, there's a new Skyrim? And he's like, no, I have 300 mods. And I went,
I think it was more
I
than
need to get a
300.
PC. And, huh?
I think it was more than 300. I think you.
I lowballed it. I didn't want them to know how crazy he is. And dude, I started. And I went to. And I mean, you hear me say these words all the time. You see me say Fallout Horizon, great survival mod, turns Fallout into a hardcore survival game. Skyrim Requiem, amazing mods. I then tried the Jabberwock like multi mod loader. Dude, I got sold. I was like, wow, I can take Bethesda games and play them, and then when I get to play them to death, I can turn them into a whole new game and play them again. It's a lot of worth of my money. You know, I don't mod much but Bethesda games, I'll be honest. They're the only games I mod 9 times out of 10. But, you know, because let's be real, their games are made for modding, man. They need the mods. But it is PCs offer a better experience. The Steam sales are just ridiculous. Like, there's almost no game that doesn't go on sale unless it's from Sony. Now, if it's a Sony game that came to PC, that sucker may never go on sale. Or it takes like 10 years. But games go on sale constantly. Big sales. It's just a better experience. And we'd all finally be able to play together, no problems. Hey, you know what, Bloodaxe? You won't have to pay a fee to play online with us. You'll just turn on the game and you'll go over there and you'll click on Xeno and you'll click on Q and you'll jump into a game with us.
Look, man, I'll tell you this. I've already built about 3 variations of $2,000 gaming PCs. So I've got them saved. So whenever I'll modify them as time goes on. But whenever you're ready to pull the trigger, just let me know.
Yeah, it's probably going to be December. It just depends on how things go with Mrs. Bloodaxe. If she's able to land a job and come back home quickly, then the money I'm setting aside, I'll probably have closer to $3,000 or $4,000 for a PC. But if she takes a minute to get a job, then those funds go first, and then the remaining is going to be my gaming PC. So that budget, I'm looking between probably 2 and 2.5, but if you get the job up front and I can say, hey, I can get this better monitor for $500 more, let's go ahead and do it now, because it's a big investment up front, and then maintaining it is going to be a lot easier down the road. But I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday, and he built his gaming PC 7-8 years ago, and he'll buy a video card here or RAM there, but for the most part, a lot of his stuff has been the same way for almost a decade.
I mean, the box here that I'm using to stream this on was my gaming PC before I built the one downstairs. it still can run everything, and it's about 5-6 years old. There hasn't been, and this is something, and we were going to talk a little bit about it with the Xbox price hikes and next gen console and stuff like that. But I mean, even PlayStation and Xbox devs and stuff have been coming out going, there hasn't really been a evolution in hardware and gaming specs in quite some time. So it's almost, they're like, what benefit is the next gen going to bring? There's not a lot. Not a lot has changed.
Dude, I said that last weekend when we announced, we talked about it. I was like, what is it going to do? Because they're going to jack the price up, but it's not going to really be a big deal.
So the only things you really get by upgrading is drivers and shaders and stuff like that. So they'll come up with some new way of doing shaders or this new driver that allows you to maybe make a extra hair on the head of this character sway a little better. That isn't even really perceivable very much. And that's really what it feels like we've been doing with gaming. Like, as far as graphics go, I mean, I remember when we were growing up, gen to gen was such a big jump. But we haven't had technology moving that quick anymore. We're the things that we're looking at now is, trying to get less power consumption, trying to get that extra little dot in your monitor. It's so minuscule, the changes that we have going on in the hardware industry right now. I don't see, if you get a good gaming PC now, it will probably last 1 or 2 generations of consoles.
I'll take it. It'd be cheaper than paying for those consoles that lifetime as well. Not only for the hardware,
pay for the subscription for the console to do the online stuff. You gotta, and consoles tend to break before the end of the generations.
Yeah. No, I'll have to repurchase a lot of my library, or decide which of my library I want to continue to enjoy. But because some of that I won't be able to play at all.
Oh well. Although, I mean, in the current climate, they'll just re-release the game later on anyway. I mean, everything's just being remade. So
I'm still waiting for a good KOTOR 2 remaster.
I don't want
a remake. I want a remaster.
If you're patient, man, you'll be able to pick up most of the games you want, probably 50% plus off. It's called the Steam Summer, Winter, Spring, Fall. So many sales, just sales on top of it. You think I'm kidding? Just for fun, when the Christmas sale starts, I'm just going to show you like what's on the front page and how those sales look. I'm worried that your Steam library is going to explode, because I feel like you're going to, because you like retro games. Dude, you might be able to take $20 and collect every old game you've ever loved.
I mean, do you want to play Fallout 4 again? Well, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition was announced.
I've never played Fallout 4.
No, I'm sorry. I started Fallout London. No, so they're about to break Fallout London.
Oh, definitely. What?
Every time they do this, they do an update and it breaks all the mods.
I know. We just got a Fallout 4 special edition, I think, last year?
Which broke everything and delayed London, yeah. So they're about to put out a...
Yeah, now they're doing the Anniversary Edition, which is also going to include, it's sort of like they did with the Skyrim Anniversary Edition, where they crammed a bunch of Creation Club content into it as well. So it's going to have 150 pieces of Creation Club content.
There is nothing in the Creation Club that I cannot find 1,000 times better mods of.
You're going to have new weapons and different dog meat breeds, like a Husky or a Dalmatian.
Yeah, I had that. I already had that. I had dog breeds. I had a whole set of guns.
Yeah.
I played as Master Chief.
Dude, I mean, that's
I ran around as a Spartan.
Creation Club. Anything on the Creation Club, I can go to Nexus Mods and download for free, and probably a more up-to-date version of it.
Yeah. You know what's really fun? Being a Space Marine. That was fun. I was a Space Marine.
Yeah.
I had the big armor, man. 40 Emperor. It was fun. Could do that.
But hey, what about Halo? Guess what? They're redoing the first Halo again too.
What is that all Xbox is doing? I mean, Microsoft is doing right now? Is just remaking crap?
But guess who's getting a copy of it?
Huh?
Guess who's going to be included to be able to buy a copy of it?
Who?
Sony.
Yes, that is a thing. They actually announced that it was going to have 4-way co-op, which is new because originally it was only 2-player couch co-op. It's going to have 4-way online co-op between all with cross-play.
I don't believe that. Sony doesn't play with Xbox.
Apparently they will for Halo.
Well, you might not be able to play cross-platform, but you can play Halo on a PlayStation, or you will be able to.
It makes sense. Sony loves stupid remakes. They've released Last of Us so many damn times. Why not release it to the market of idiots who will buy the same game over and over and over like that? It's a good idea. Sony don't have games, so they just keep releasing the same thing. Now they're going to start eating the scraps off of Xbox's remakes.
Now they did some cool things. I did actually watch the video on this. It actually does look pretty good. They kept in the split screen co-op for your home. Because they added 4-way man co-op, they added an extra seat on the Warthog, so you could go four man deep on the Warthog. So it's got some cool things. It is reminiscent. Sadly, it's another friggin' remake, man. Our Redux
Did we actually get a good new Halo though? I played Halo 1 and
Halo? I didn't quite enjoy that at all.
Yes, I did. I played Halo Infinite. I beat Halo Infinite. And I repeat what I said. If we could get a good new Halo.
I think the last good Halo original was Halo 4. And that was even kind of iffy. I think Halo 3 was...
I'm going to say Halo 3 and Reach were the good ones. Halo 3, Reach was good. I liked ODST because me and Kitsune played the hell out of ODST. But Reach and 3 were really both incredibly good. I enjoyed both of those a lot. But not enough to play them again. I'd rather play a new damn game. And while I consider Halo 1 probably the best Halo, it was really, really amazing, dude. There might be a part of me that wants to get a little bit of nostalgia, but not pay for it. I'm not going to pay. How much do they want for it? How much is it?
Probably $60.
I mean, they have not announced the price.
$80. You're forgetting Xbox is trying to get more money.
It'd be free on Game Pass.
Huh?
It'd be included in your Game Pass. If you have the $30 version.
Look, if I think 80 is too much and 60 is too much, you think I'm going to pay more than that? Do you think I'm going to pay $360 for it?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to lose all
dude, we're getting another remake on Game Pass again. It'd be right alongside all the remakes of the Gears 1 game because these guys have no originality or talent.
Yeah, I'm going to lose all my grounded content. Oh, that's going to suck.
Bloodaxe is just bleeding.
You were going to lose it when they restarted the game anyway. When they do the full release, I think it wipes, doesn't it?
No, but what I've thought about doing is leaving the current story mode that we've done alone and creating a what'd you call it? It's not a sandbox, but it's the creative mode.
Yeah,
I think I'm doing a creative mode just to see what kind of crazy things I can build. But I mean,
hey, dude, if the Grounded 2, when it finally comes out, is looking good, we can buy a copy and play it together, dog. When a
like
full
40
game
bucks,
comes
yeah.
out. I don't want to play it in its partial state, but when a full game comes out, man, you want to grab a copy, I'll do it.
Well, the next update will be coming while I'm out for surgery, so I probably will bounce back to premium at that point, so I can play that. But I'm not buying a copy now until I get a gaming PC and decide how I want to go from there. But I'm not me purchasing a new game now is probably not going to happen until I know when and where I'm going to be able to actually play for the future going forward.
Now, I mean, if
Well,
you
it's
don't,
more investment.
if you really don't want to get a PC, man, they did say that the next gen Xbox console is going to be a very premium, very high end, curated experience.
Are we finally up to it, guys? Is it finally time for a sextuple A experience? We're not quadruple A. We're not quintuple. Sextuple A! Booyah! Look, 3X, baby. 3. Oh, wait.
Now,
Can't throw 3X.
The even scarier part is they're saying you're starting to see some of the thinking we have in this handheld.
That would be like you're starting to see our moral fiber in this Roblox pattern we're doing. Like, ooh. Well, is there a reason behind this, Zeno? Why? Why would Xbox do this? Segue.
Bloomberg says Microsoft pushing Xbox to hit a 30% profit margins is what's behind the layoffs and project cancellations. New Halo game. Well, we know about the Halo game. But, probably all these remakes, the other thing we hadn't mentioned yet is that, Xbox has even upped their development kit prices, all these price hikes. Apparently, it's all because they decided they want to make 30% margin instead of the standard, which is 17 to 22% margin.
Yes, even making games for Xbox costs more now. The devs are being also fleeced.
So
nobody's getting away. You know what?
The thing is, we've talked about this in the past, Q, and we know is they're destroying their future for immediate gains.
Yes. What I say, I'd rather get $1 from you today than $100 a week from now. That is the Xbox business plan. We're going to scrounge. And I even said it's going to work for Game Pass. That price hike is so high that even with the people they lose, they're going to make money. But it's only until the rest of the people catch up. Eventually, they will lose more than 30% of it. It's too high. But it will take a while. And they're greedy enough to burn down the future to make the money today. Because it's what happened to Netflix. Netflix lost a lot of subscriptions when its price went through the roof. It's like, but they made money up front. And these companies, they don't care about the next generation. They don't care about their future. They care about the dollar today. Well, guess what? The ultimate result is they're not going to be able to maintain the 30% profitability.
I mean, the ultimate result is one of the biggest fans that I know of Xbox is about to go and give them the middle finger. Now, sadly, they're buying a PC, which is going to run Windows, which is still going to fucking support Microsoft because Microsoft's a little...
You can't get away from Microsoft, but you can get away from Xbox.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think they're going to be able to maintain that. So is Xbox doomed? Because, I mean, if they're demanding 30% profitability, they're not going to be able to do that more than a year. It's impossible. Call of Duty 7 is going to flop hard. I mean, I'm sorry. The Battlefield is curb stomping that game. It's going to die. And honestly, I know this is Blasphemy Bloodaxe, but I'm not as confident about Gears Emergence Day anymore. I don't think they're going to put the money and effort in. They don't have they got to find a way to make it more profitable. How do you make that game 30% more profitable? This is going to be
pay to win.
pay to win or what was it? Loop. What's the thing term specifically? The microtransactions. It's gonna be microtransactions.
They were really hardcore in the beginning about having season passes that were basically every 3 or 4 months you'd pay $15 and you get these 2 new characters and new skins and this iron and experience boosters and they'll probably lean hard and heavy into those things again. But that's assuming you have an audience that actually wants to pick it up, because after like a year or so, they gave us everything for free anyway. So what's the... I would not go back and buy anything like that again, because I thought in order to get the characters, you had to buy the stuff. Now I'm just like, whatever.
I remember that when I joined Gears. Oh, Bloodaxe and everybody was so pissed because he finally got me on the Gears 5. And I come on and I'm just like, oh wow, man, I've got this DLC and all these characters, and he's just like, I spent a month grinding for that character, and I'm like, they gave me 1,000 iron and I just got them there.
It could be worse, Could promise you 2 characters and then just have to give you your money back because the game sucks so bad.
Hey, we might want to watch that. That might be your box of Borderlands 4 the way they're going.
Oh. Yeah. But
are we going to make it to January for me to get to play cash? I don't know, dude. Because Halloween looking crunchy. Looking real crunchy.
Oh, Borderlands. Well, before we jump over to Borderlands, let's finish out our Microsoft massacre here. And let's talk about the company that is notoriously known for aiming for mediocrity, which may have actually hit mediocrity this time, if looking at reviews are correct. And that is Outer Worlds 2 from Obsidian. I've been looking through the early reviews for that, and they seem to be middle of the road, man. You see a lot of people say that the combat's been improved, the story sucks, there's some fun side missions and characters, but I haven't seen anybody, except for people that I really, really, really don't trust, that have said it knocked it out of the park. I also haven't seen anybody say it just completely bombed either. So it seems like Obsidian hit that mediocre mark they want.
Yeah, and that was what was sad, is as we were discussing it, I said, wait, it sounds like this game may be mid. Success! Obsidian, you nailed it, baby. You were aiming for mid, and you hit mid.
They were aiming for mid with an $80 game, yeah.
And they went back on that when they realized $80 is not mid.
But yeah, a lot of... No, the actual ratings have been in the highs, like 80, 8 out of 10 sort of range. But when you read the actual reviews, the reviews give you a mid feel. And they say the game's only $70, so it is not an $80 game.
No, it originally was 80, and after Borderlands 4 says, we're going to do 70, they're like, Obsidian was like, yeah, we probably should do that too. And so they did backtrack, but it originally was $80 for that game. But it's a $40 game. It's not worth $70.
As the week goes on and we get more reviews from more independent sources, I'm looking forward to see what is actually said, as I don't really trust mainstream very much. But even mainstream, like I said, seems to if you read between the lines, don't go by their scores, because they always score high, because that's how they keep getting review copies. If you actually go by reading the review, they all seem very mid.
Which means not worth $30 a month.
Yeah. I'll probably like if the game from some of the independent people get a mid or better, I might drop the $16 for the PC pass for a month just to play it and check it out myself. But that's the most I'd pay.
For a month.
Well, I'll
You
give it a
got
shot
1 month.
next week, but that's just because I've got Game Pass Premium until November 3rd, so I'll give it a shot.
I don't know, Zeno. When does it come out? Because you know what happens
this coming
November
week, the
14th.
29th. So
It's Tuesday, right?
in 5 days or 4 days.
Oh, but if you wait
3
two more
days.
weeks, man. If you wait 2 more weeks, you got better options. November 14th.
Well, yeah. I doubt I'll be playing it that long, man.
Think you can get it done? You think you can get everything you need in 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Remember when the first one came out, y'all were really digging the game, but it didn't take 2 weeks for y'all to back off that throttle.
I finished the game in like 2 days, I think. 2-3 days. It wasn't that long of a game. And
I messed around longer on it, but
to me, that was my biggest complaint. Yeah, the combat system wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. They said they've improved the combat system a lot. The content was mediocre in the first one. Like, it had some fun jokes. I enjoyed it for the comedy. But there was a lot of elements that once I got into the game, I was like, ooh, this is going to be cool. I see faction scores and all this stuff that never came into play. And so then I got to the end of the game and I was just like, that's it? That's it. All right. And then I think Q ended up, his save corrupted on him. And that was all it took for him. He was done.
It wasn't worth the second play.
But Q is a lot more on combat system than I am, and on loot system. He was really pissed off with the loot system. I didn't really care about the loot system. And the combat, I'm more forgiving with combat than Q is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I expected this game to be like, I thought it was going to be their version of Fallout in space. But we ain't got Fallout in space yet. We didn't get it with Starfield. We didn't get it with Outer Worlds 2, Outer Worlds 1. And maybe Outer Worlds 2 will do it, but I don't expect it. Look, my thing is this. I've looked at some plays of the game. I watched some reviews. It looks interesting at best. That's it, though. It cannot get my blood pumping. I'm not being unfair. I've watched the combat even. Combat looks like it's got a little bit of legs on it. But it doesn't look like it's like, oh my God, this is like amazing. No. Starfield had some decent combat, I'm like, huh? So I haven't been wowed by anything I've seen, but I don't think it's trash. I want to say that. I don't think it's awful. I think it's an improvement. It does look better than Outer Worlds 1. The problem is, I don't think it's enough of an improvement for me to pay for the PC version, not even the 19 or 16 or whatever. And I don't think it's worth my time because the problem is that I own Borderlands 4. I need to get my money's worth out of that, hopefully, somehow. Which I'm not right now when it comes to the end game and the event they did. We'll roll into that in a sec. And I got a good game coming up. I don't see a reason to play it. I don't think it's. And like I said, I believe Zeno. He's probably right. By 2 weeks, he'll be tired of it in 2 weeks. Or possibly beat it, because I didn't know you beat the first one in 2 days. Jeez.
It was like 2 or 3 days, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Gearbox drops Borderlands 4 patch finally. Major balance tuning. They claim to get more PC performance. I don't see it. Including some skills it didn't want to nerf, and others it totally did. It had to happen. You knew it was going to happen. Blah blah blah. No real big thing with the patch. They nerfed some stuff, and they didn't nerf some stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know what their target is for these patches. To be honest, like it kills me.
Dude, do you know what they did to the knife?
Yeah.
Turns out we were reading
I
it wrong.
pointed this at him last night, and he lost his shit.
Oh.
Yeah, no. You know the knife went from, 100% crit to it says 30%.
Yeah.
So your assumption is that, like, I'm going to present a scenario and see if you agree. You're playing Rafa. You have on some stuff, and you have a 20% crit chance, right? So if you throw the knife at the enemy, how much chance do you have to crit now? Now that it gives you 30%, supposedly.
I was thinking 30% independently not mingling with my own crit.
That's what it does. But no, he's right. That's what it does. Except that here's the problem, Zeno. No, it's not independently. In the case of his build, it's hard to point the right way. Bloodaxe's build, where he can get his crit chance higher than 30.
Like 80%.
The knife now sets you to a flat 30%. Yes, that includes if it lowers your crit chance.
Oh.
It will overwrite your crit chance and lower your crit chance. Turning the knife.
I wasn't seeing it as overwriting. I was seeing it as just an independent,
it doesn't check twice. I get what you're saying. You're thinking it would check for your crit to check for its crit. No, it says you got a 30% chance even if you had 100%. It literally has become a potential debuff for some builds and something you don't even want to use unless you have basically almost no crit chance. Because for you, that's a slight boost for 4 seconds. It's not worth the energy. So, and I don't know why. And it's in the wording. When I looked at it, I said, oh, wow, it does say it. It says, make sure crit chance just straight 30%. What is the use of this item? Incredibly hard to get. Purple, high tier, rare drop. It's now very niche in its use, because if you're playing a crit build, you probably have a 30% or higher crit chance most of the time. And in some cases, like Bloodaxe's Harlow build, you get higher than a 30% crit chance a lot, and it actually ends up lowering your crit chance. So now he's throwing a fish at people because he ain't got nothing to throw at people worth of days. So he's just throwing a dang flippy because he's slippy because he's like, I don't know, I'm using to
give me the fish.
Trigger some stuff.
Just give me the fish so I can shoot faster. All right, let's do that.
Yeah, you were using it to increase your fire rate. So your grenade slots but I mean, and I'm just thinking, why wouldn't it just add 30%? It only lasts for 4 freaking seconds. It only works on one enemy. 30% more crit chance would have still made it a useful item. But now they've made it to where it's very unlikely to be worth the energy of ever using. It's going to drop out of your build. And this is what annoys me about Gearbox. They don't nerf. They murder. They grab stuff and they go, ha ha. Yeah, now no one will ever use this at all. And I'm like,
hey, they gave us a sucky patch. We get it. They also gave us a free mini event, man.
Where? Really cool themed Halloween items, right?
Borderlands 4's Horrors of Kairos Halloween event is just an orange filter, which has left fans utterly disappointed. Yeah,
I ain't seen nothing. What you saw? I ain't seen nothing. I mean, sometimes it seems like my screen gets a little messed up and the color changes a bit, but that's it. What you seen?
Yeah.
I thought I found a grenade that was legendary.
Red-looking specks on the ground or something when I looked down.
Well, I thought I had found a new legendary, but when I tried it out, it wasn't legendary.
Oh.
It was definitely not legendary.
Yeah,
I threw this one grenade.
You're screwed.
Yeah, I know. I threw this one grenade. It looked cool, but it didn't do nothing. And then I tried out this gun. It didn't do nothing either. So, would you tell me? And then wait. I have a pumpkin head.
Yes, you got a cosmetic, man.
I even got a gun skin. It's pink. Why is the Halloween gun skin pink? And I mean like neon pink. No, you look at me. Don't you look away. You make contact. Look at the camera. Why is it pink? It's pink, yellow, and like lime green. It's called the Hex Appeal. And I'm like, what in the heck? Could it be dark purple? And no, it's freaking colorful as heck. It looks like something you'd expect from the Cartels event. You know? So other than Pumpkinhead, nothing. And how long did it take us to get the stupid items, Bloodaxe? We had to keep doing. We killed like a bunch of world bosses trying to get that dumb junk. So and we were farming.
If you've got a buddy or a buddy or two, and you have one person farming the bandwagon or whatever the trash wagon boss is.
Yeah, battle wagon.
Yeah, you can have other guys just go to where the farming common spaces are. They can farm while the other guy keeps farming. And everybody gets the reward boxes. So you can farm them pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, quickly. way quicker than if you tried to do it, on your own.
Dude, it is painful. It is painful.
But dude, I got like 5 or 6 legendaries. None of them were from the event, and I was like, "Why is the specific reward I'm getting from the event not giving me the event item?" And that's not counting all those ones we got that were blues and crap. Like, and then I get the item, and I said, "You know what? Because he heard me. I was like, let me try out this gun." Well, it's a TD, I could throw it at people. Let me see if it's doing. No, it's not. It's not doing anything. Bloodaxe is not doing anything. Yeah, let me try it again. No, it's still not doing anything.
Well, you would think if you have such a small event, a mini event like this, you would do things to make it stand out to the player. Like maybe put some other things that you would normally go hunting for in or around places where you may spawn this event. You know?
Dude, even slapping new skins on existing bosses where it looks like you already killed them and now they're undead.
I mean,
yeah, so it's like you go in there and it's like soul is all.
Every week we usually go and we hunt for the vendor, the black market vendor.
Yeah, black market Maurice vendor.
So I mean, you probably put the black market vendor near where you would accidentally spawn one of these, right?
Oh my God! When we found out the damn dude, it's on the moon. And I even tried to think of in what scenario would you ever have found this naturally. But then I realized that you don't unlock the ability to get the black market vendor until you have beaten the game. The moon zone has nothing on it. It don't have side missions. It only has like 2 collectibles. They're not that big ones. It's like a vault symbol and an echo or something. You will never go back to the moon.
And it doesn't spawn any bosses.
Oh no, yeah, it doesn't spawn bosses. And then what's worse is that it's hidden. Because Xeno was with me. I went to the spot where it was, ran around, I'm like, nothing's popping up. Then I had to go, climb up, slide under and crawl under something, and then it popped up. Then it was filled with crap. But I was just like,
but yeah, they put the week's event in a spot where the mini event cannot even spawn.
I mean, next time they're just gonna put it out in the water past the turrets. You got to run out there while it's telling you to go back. I don't know, because I mean, it's the most unintuitive location.
Well, and Q, man, I mean, you got me when you were talking about it. You're like, oh man, with the Halloween event, the blood moon, the moon turns red. They put the thing on the moon. That would be the most awesome time to trigger some kind of cool thing dealing with the blood moon, And I was like, oh yeah, that would be cool because you have no reason to go to the moon. So they put a reason for you to go to the moon and you can see this, secret event or something.
Yeah. Like my idea was that what if the monsters are coming from the moon, the world bosses? So when you go to the moon is actually red now. There's just world boss orbs every few steps. And you're like, oh crap, man, they're all on the moon. I can fight them before they go down. And then when you're fighting, you go to get ammo. And they actually put the Maurice machine there, so you'll find it. And now you're like, this is cool, dude. I'm on the moon. They made the moon a location to come back to. And because it's already creepy. I mean, when I went back, I forgot about the flying threshers. Those things are freaking scary, man. They're huge. When I saw the big flying threshers, I said, I forgot about these. Because they don't appear anywhere else. Which is a good thing to take advantage of. They could even hint at it. What if what happened is they added the flying moon threshers to the world events on the world to hint where they're coming from so that you follow that back to the moon. You go, where did I see these? On the moon. Oh, I'm sorry. That would require, no effort. Nothing we just mentioned requires you inventing anything new. Nothing I mentioned requires a new asset on any level.
Yeah, you still get to use your orange filter to make things look red and... You just
using existing enemies.
You just move some spawn points for.
But Dave said, "Oh no, that sounds like work. Here's what happens: go fight world bosses. Oh, then they'll drop it. No, you'll get a reward box. oh, so normally a world boss drops a lot of loot, which would give me more chance to draw it. So you shrunk that down by making sure I only get one pull at it. They actually made it even less likely to get by not putting it into the boss pool, but putting it into the reward pool alongside every other legendary. Heck, you know the best thing that happened to me? I got a bod out of one of it. That was way better than anything. I was like, ooh, bod with sniper. I was like, heck, if they kept giving me bods, I'd be doing the world bosses more. I'm like, can we just keep giving me bods? Because Axmal's greedy. He's a little bastard. You don't want to drop it. You know what I mean? Like, I would love it. Like, the only reason I went to the Maurice machine, Xeno knows, I said, well, what if they have the triple bypass of the bod in my machine? I had literally only checked the Maurice machine looking for those two things, hoping I'll see the triple bypass, the war paint again, because we got it once. We got lucky, and one time the war paint was in there. That was awesome. Or the bod, so really the bod.
I saw the war paint in there a couple of times. I mean, we saw the war paint in there.
Yeah, I think I saw it the second time possibly. But I mean, I would love to be able to cycle through the bod. I would hit that sucker up every 30 minutes, or if you know the trick, but I'd probably be legit, just wait 30 minutes and pop over to it again. But man, I would farm that machine if it had the bod in it. But yeah, it was not worth going to the moon. I mean, he saw it. He even said, "Oh, that's terrible, man. You got that sniper rifle that's garbage." I'm like, "Oh yeah. Oh wow, you're right. That one's absolute garbage. That's the one where your crits don't do anything. They just give status effects." And I'm like, "Sniper rifle that doesn't crit."
Yeah. I think the idea that we discussed is still better. Even if you go to the moon, have a new area that it would open up. Because, Zeno, I don't know if you played the Borderlands 3 Halloween event, but you had a whole area. Everybody could possibly drop the gas.
This is a mini event.
Right, but, I mean, still, they took an existing enemy and they made a better story with it. But even if you wanted to recycle something from Borderlands 3, like the Psycho Reaver, but have them bring in the Psycho Ripper, which is, we
talked about that,
the new version, at least that would make sense in going to a place that didn't normally have a boss. Oh, this is cool. It's a new area. It has to be a whole new map, but it would be something kind of cool and something interesting that would actually make sense. And then we would like, even if the items are terrible, at least it'd be something cool that we can hang our hats on versus we got to wait for a little exclamation point and go and fight something and pray to God we actually get a drop in a box and I got a blue ordnance again. Okay, great.
Well, also, that's another thing. It's a mini event, but these are also the first two legendaries that have been added to the game. The first two. They're god awful. They're like the worst.
Oh yeah,
they had the worst legendaries in the game.
They had no chance at all of affecting the meta. I mean, it was all just. I mean, it's completely
even use them for fun. There are legendaries that aren't the meta, but they're usable for fun. You can go around and go like, I'm going to use assault rifle for a while. Wombo combo is fun. Yeah. No, they can't even do that, dude. They can't even do that. Like, you are wasted. There are better TDRs. Way better TDRs. And that grenade's bullets are the... there are other grenades in the game that shoot bullets. They do like 10 to 20 times the damage of the Scully's bullets. I do not know what the concept... Do they not know the Swarm exists? What the heck was the freaking Scully supposed to be, man? Swarm, baby! We even said that what they should have did is just, was it you, I think, that we talked about, said, man, if they'd have just changed the Swarm to where it looked like skulls, that would have been a cool grenade. What's the Scully? It's a variation of the Swarm, except there's skulls that chase people around. Spooky! Perfect. Cool! Yeah. Wow, look at that! Oh, roar! We couldn't even get that. I didn't even get the skin. You know what? The gun has blood splatter on it. Why wasn't that the Halloween skin? I'd like to splatter blood on all my guns. My character's a maniac. I'd love to be able to go in and take my bot and have a blood splatter on it, and take the hot slugger.
The current customization of my character is the one with the trench coat with the blood splatter on it,
So having the guy being able to put, that would have been a better weapon skin. The blood splattered gun would have been a way better weapon skin. At least the good thing I have is that Amon rocks the pumpkin better than Harlow. Even Bloodaxe, I have to admit. Dude, the pumpkin head, because he's so big, it doesn't look as disproportionate. He looks good, and I got it where it's red. So the coolest thing is I rock the pumpkin the best. I don't think anybody can match me. Y'all too scrawny. You gotta be a big boy to have that pumpkin head on.
Well, Harlow, it's like super wide from the waist down, but from the waist up, it's teeny tiny. So you got this tiny waist, this massive head, these big thunder thighs. So it is really
Why
weird.
did they pick those pants? They're so ugly. Oh my god, I'm so. Imagine a cosplay. You're just gonna have to get parachute pants and put balloons in them to puff them out. And you walk around.
Hammer time.
A little small top and. But I mean, I don't know. But anyway, if you haven't guessed, the event's not worth one lot. Now, the Xeno's playing devil's advocate, and the devil said stop. He doesn't want to be on that side of this argument either. It's that bad of going, it's a free mini event.
Yes.
Here's what I have to say, and what's crazy, Moxer and Moxie, Killer Six, like a lot of the big streamers who are very in good Borderlands said the same thing, like, they might as well have skipped this, man. They should just add it to legendaries. Honestly, you know what? They could keep the legendaries too. They should just put out the patch. They really should have. They should just put out the patch, wait until Christmas. Because what it's done, then I will admit that Xeno's got a point that this is unfair. He has pushed this point. I mean, if you want to say it yourself, you know, you countered me on this. A lot of them are saying that this makes them think that the winter event is going to be trash, and that is a paid event. Counterpoint?
Oh no, dude. Yeah, I mean, you are talking about a mini event. I've argued devil's advocate against you for so long. I'm almost burnt out myself. Plus, as I've looked at the event more, it's been harder and harder. Devil's advocate for it, but no, I mean that is to me it is the one thing that the loud voices against this event and its mediocrity. And comparing it to future events is they were very strong on saying this is a mini event. It is a mini event. It is a free event. It's also coming behind not a very long release. They're still got bugs and a lot of things they got to take care of. I'm actually just honestly I side more with Q on the fact of they probably would have been better off if they just said we're not going to have a Halloween event. And our big event will be Christmas. You know, we'll come up with something better next year for Halloween that we can actually dedicate some time to. And I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you at all. But from a company that was, you know, touting their horn about, hey, we're moving up the release date for our games. It is so good. We're moving it up a week or two to. Okay, we can't even get a patch out for a week later, and we're going to have a shitty event. You should not have dropped this event at all. Yeah. Not with the problems that you're having. I mean, do you even do any kind of stress testing of your game whatsoever? Why don't you bring in gamers who actually play the game and have them try to break the damn thing and then actually give us a worthwhile game? But no, for some reason, these game developers... I don't think they're truly gamers. I really don't.
Well, here's what I'll get my two points out. One, like what you said, the reason I would wish they had the event is the problem is that they don't tend to redo these events. And now I'm scared that this is the Halloween event. And good Lord, I do not want this to be the Halloween event. So I'm worried about that. And while you say it's a mini event, you're right. I did point out something you agreed on. They played up the horrors of Kairos is coming. They played it up like something was going to go down. A lot of people were expecting weather changes and blood raining from the skies. You're running around and you running around in blood rain trying to find these bosses. They should have just said, hey guys, we're going to throw out a couple new weapons and a way to hunt it down. But no, they played up horrors of Kairos, man. They kept going on and on about the horrors of Kairos event. They even had a splat for it, like Horrors of Kairos. Like, people haven't respected it. But the second thing is that no one here can say they were hurt more by Tiny Tina's Wonderlands than me. I stuck around. You two wisely abandoned me. I know we normally don't leave a man behind, but a Dicejunkie was left behind in Wonderlands. And I kept on all the way until they announced Borderlands 4. I admitted to Xeno. He looked at me with sadness in his eyes and felt pity for me that I said... Up until they announced Borderlands 4, I still had hope. Bloodaxe knows I kept saying it too, that they were going to come back and put out a proper DLC for Wonderlands, and it was going to fix everything. And they abandoned that game. They put out crap events and left it to rot.
Yeah,
so I'm basing my opinion. Let me say this real quick. I'm done. I'm basing my opinion about the Horror of Kairos on Tiny Tina's. On what they did before when they took a quick payout and bailed on us. I'm not basing it on just this event. I'm basing it on they burned me not that long ago. And I'm worried that they're about to repeat this and the Christmas event's going to be garbage. All right.
No, I tried, and Q and I were talking about something last week, and there's been a handful of incidents in life where we disagree, and then later on he goes, you know, you were right and I was wrong, and Wonderlands was one of those as well.
I had four maxed out characters. I had four maxed out characters in that game.
And you know, from the beginning, Wonderlands had a phenomenal concept and the best DLC out of any game I've probably ever played from Borderlands 2. And so you already had a pretty high expectation, which was, you know, our fault for thinking they would actually do something good. But from the beginning, you didn't have unique vault hunters. Okay, you make your own character. I would rather you pick someone at the table to be your voice, and then you make your own character. That would have been something more. At least you get invested that way. But from the story all the way through the in-game content was just garbage. And I stuck it out for as best I could. Like, Q, I'm sorry, I've already installed it. If you want me to reinstall it, I will. He's like, no, we'll wait until they come out with something good for new DLC. All right, it's a deal. And they never did. And so
every mirror that came out, Bloodaxe would go now, and I'd go, no, the mirror sucks. I've farmed items for you out of it. Don't come do this. Not worth your time. I would literally go, not yet. It's still trash. Not yet. It's still trash.
The fairy guy that was the worst boss fight ever. The guy with the battle platform and his immunity phases and all the crazy shit and
dude, I don't know. You missed the dragon. The dragon was the worst. It could be immune up to like the multi-headed dragon could be immune to multiple elements at once.
Yeah,
it was possible to go into that fight incapable of damaging the boss. Because every element you brought, he's immune to. It was crazy. It was the worst idea in a game where classes had elemental focuses, and you would be, I am a cryo wizard. Oh, this guy is immune to fire, cryo, and acid. I don't have anything else. Yeah, we know. Chaos run over.
All right, instead of ranting on some old game that we didn't enjoy.
It's fresh to me. The pain is fresh to me.
we got two more. We got two more articles we got to run through real quick, and that's more layoffs, more layoffs. Yes, two Ubisoft studios are facing upcoming layoffs. Massive Entertainment, which is known for Star Wars Outlaws and The Division, and then Ubisoft's Red Lynx, which is the creators behind the Trails franchise, are both gonna get some trimming.
I mean, let me always say this because I need my job, so I'll always say my sympathies go out to people losing their jobs. That's a tragedy. It's not a surprise. Star Wars Outlaw, somebody was going to lose their job. It sucks that it's the people who didn't call the shots. But that's the way they do. Seriously, I don't know how you pull it off. Maybe you need unions. But these people that work in these companies need to have a way to rebel against this upper management when they do this crap and go, no, we're not doing that to this game because you're going to fire all of us when it fails. Because it feels evil that imagine you've got a Star Wars game coming up and you're like, well, we're going to do the Han Solo game everybody always wanted. And then somebody goes, I got an idea. Who are you? I was hired 3 days ago. My pronouns are, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And then they suggest something stupid. And then the game bombs. And they go, okay. well, here's our character. Oh, no. That's the male gaze. Here's my idea. And they're just sitting there going like, I'm going to lose my job. How's my kid going to go to college? And that's what I feel like they're doing. They're screwing their staff with these decisions. Because I assure you that amongst the people getting fired, it won't even probably be the people who made this decision. Why do you think we were happy about the Assassin's Creed guy going? Because he made the call, and that's who needs to get fired when you make Assassin's Creed Shadows. The people, or was it Ghost of Yota? Whoever it was. No, I think it was Assassin's Creed Shadows, Assassin's Creed guy. They need to start firing the boss. So that the next boss knows, I need to talk to somebody. Hey, how about the next game we do this? That's god-awful. Oh, okay, well, I don't want to get fired like the last guy. But if you can keep your job while making terrible decisions, why wouldn't you? Anyway, go ahead. I just want to get that out.
I will say with the studio, with the division, they do say that this won't affect the division, but I don't really believe that because of the method of which they are cutting these people for that studio. For Massive Entertainment, they're supposedly using a voluntary career transition program, which is basically I fire myself, probably for some kind of an exit package. And sadly, usually that method, you're going to end up losing your people who have
good prospects at other companies.
Other prospects. They'll be like, oh man, I wanted to stay with this company. It seems like they're cutting. I'll go ahead and bail. I've got other people wanting me over here anyway.
You know what you're going to be left with? Can we let Bloodaxe say it, or are we going to get in trouble if we let him say what ends up being left behind?
I mean, I don't think there's any trouble there. I mean, we know it's going to be the more incompetent people. I mean,
yeah,
we don't.
It's going to be the people probably should have been there in the first place.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you're going to end up losing your better people who already have other job prospects, who have other studios going. Man, we'd love to have you over here. Those are the people you're going to lose, and those are the people you don't want to lose. And
you said it. You said it before we started. You said they should go through and fire the less competent employees. They should not allow the employees to do it because you could end up losing the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Because the cream of the crop usually is hireable.
Now it is
because think about it. The person's going to stay as the person that can't get another job, dude. That's who stays.
It is possible that they've already come through and gone, these people are gone. We already fired people that we thought, but they're getting pressure from up above saying, we need you to let at least this many more people go. And they're just like, we don't know who to point the finger at. So we're going to just put it out there. And I've been at companies that have done this. When I worked for Verizon and they merged with Alltel, they had an excess of employees in certain positions, and so they did a voluntary program. Now you do have some people that aren't that great that leave because they're like, oh well, if enough people don't, I know I'm incompetent, so I'm going to bail while I can get the package. But mostly, I'll be honest, your incompetent people don't actually realize they're incompetent. They think they're the best.
I mean, think about it, dude. If some of the top talent hits the market, yeah, people. In fact, here's what's bad about this. It's not even going to be that they're looking for prospects. If I ran a game company and I saw this, I would be pulling up the dossier of people at that studio and contacting them and going, hey, man, I've heard a lot of good things about you. We got 2 other guys that work with you here. Come on over. And they're going to go, oh, yeah, no, come on over. We got you. Who's not going to leave? You get the exit package and immediately get a job? And I'd be sniping, man. I'd be taking the talent. I would immediately go get the most experienced and talented people and cannibalize them for my game company. I'd be like, come on over here. They're incentivized to leave because of the exit package. So,
yeah.
And it's out. The worst part is everyone knows about it. Any competent game company that needs talent should be combing through the employee list of that company.
Flynn in the comments says, why not tell management to take a pay cut? No more multi-million-dollar bonuses till they run the company back into profit. What an idea. That is a question we ask for everything. We ask that for government. We ask that for businesses. It's like, yeah, we know management tends to be massively overpaid, at least once you get into like their C-suites and stuff. A pay cut probably wouldn't hurt them. And if you're doing it temporarily, like you're saying, it's like, hey, we're going to cut your pay till you can, start putting some good numbers on there. No, I don't want to see you fire our good employees. I want you to manage this company in a way that makes it profitable. Yes, that would be the ideal method, but that never happens.
Imagine if more than half of the salary of the upper management of game companies was based on the success of their games. Now, the bad news is, it'd be hard to avoid those microtransactions. Flip side is, though, the game still has to be good to get the microtransactions. Nobody buys microtransactions for a bad game, either. It's a hard call.
Yeah. But the losses don't end there. Apparently, also The Gamer, which is a website known for, game reviews and gaming news that we never trust, has apparently done a lot of layoffs because of editorial review. This is one of those things. I read an article recently where over the last 3 or 4 years, I think 1,500 people have left the gaming review media news.
Oh, no, they've been falling apart. Kotaku, all of them have been hit hard. It's been falling apart. Again, there may be good people at The Gamer. Not everybody's an editor that are going to lose their jobs. I will not pity the editors. I will draw the line there. I'm not pitying the editor. They know what they wrote. These suck. No, but it's unfortunate. But it's also, again, but you did it to yourself. People were saying, as you were going down, people were going, you got to stop, man. You're going to go, this can't sustain forever. But I'm going to be honest, all you got to do is go turn on YouTube and watch the current work market of, I'm sorry, I don't know what the heck happened in the last couple of generations, but I wouldn't hire any of these people. These younger folks are insane, and they're turning to older people saying, I saw a dude older than us with purple mohawk hair and, well, I shouldn't say the other stuff that I'm saying, I'm picking it, but let's just say he was dressed up like he was a millennial or Gen Y and ain't, and had facial piercings, and I'm like, you're 57, and was fully in that mindset. So there's we thought COVID was a disease. Another one snuck in, and it's face piercing stupidity. That stuff poisoned your brain. It attacks common sense directly. Hey, you're living proof, brother. You got a lot smarter when you took out your ring. But
there's nothing wrong with. I mean, I've seen people of all styles of hair, piercings, and stuff. Now, sadly, yes, a certain group tends to have dominated that. But I cannot correlate the two 100%.
Okay, but the main
septum ring,
I couldn't hire a lot of these people, man.
No, a septum ring, I will correlate 100%. I don't care how smart you are.
But my main thing is just that, and it's not me being prejudiced against anybody's views. It's that they don't want to work. Their concept of what you're supposed to do at a job and what a job is the actual problem. Where you're just like, oh man, I hate my company. I hate capitalism. I hate this. And it's like, you work at a finance company. You can't hate capitalism and work at a finance company.
Now
I hate the patriarchy, toxic masculinity, all of this. You're in marketing. We sell guns. You can't have that opinion and sell goods.
I mean, work ethics have definitely changed over the years. Like, I mean, we've brought this up before, man, with social media and what people say on social media, and it's just like, if you are tied to a company, yes, what you say can, reflect that company. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean,
well, if it's a strong enough statement, you got to go to an extreme. But unfortunately, they're willing to do that.
So, yeah, and that's
express a mild enough opinion. Nobody's going to trip. Well, normal people. Let me rephrase that. Normal people won't trip.
I watch what I say on social media. I watch what I say on the show, because I do have a day job. But at the same time, I also have never mentioned, my day job on this show. I've mentioned things I do as I work in quality assurance and stuff. But as far as the company goes, if you look at any of my Dicejunkies profiles and where this is, I do not list where I work. And that is for a reason, because I do not speak for that company. Now, if you say those things and you have your job title like right above your head and you say something really stupid, yes, that reflects your job. And
dude, it ain't even just that. You don't do it because people are crazy and are going to call your job. You don't have to be in the wrong to still be stupid to do something. There's another concept you need to get into your heads, young folks. Yeah, freedom of speech. Yeah, have your opinion. But you have a job. And if you are the dev for a gaming company and your profile slaps that all over it, you can't come out there and go, I hope no white people ever play my game again. Like, that's bad and that's going to reflect on your company. You can't go out there and say, I'm glad someone's dead. That's going to probably be reflective. And it's not that it should be, that I don't think anyone should call your job. I stand on that. No, you shouldn't call somebody's job. But it happens, so have some damn common sense, because guess what? I'm laughing instead of feeling empathy for you when you go there, I really love my job and I'm like, you came out and said, I hope we stab all of these people. Yeah, nobody's going to keep you. Am I right? Nobody's going to keep you when you say some crazy crap and they know where you work. If you're going to say stupid stuff like us, don't tell people where you work.
Especially when most states are at-will employment.
Yeah.
They don't need a big reason to terminate you. And one thing I've always said is never give your employer a reason to fire you, whether you're on or off the clock. And just like Xeno, my public-facing profiles for Dicejunkies don't have my real name or anything like that. But anything that I say on my personal accounts with my friends and my family have no mention of Dicejunkies. So that way I don't intertwine the two. Now, if I were to piss off Xeno or Q and they wanted to say something to my employer, then, that's where I screwed up. But if you want to run your mouth, do it either as an independent contractor or do it that's not public. But these gaming journos and these game devs that, want to, raise this, this flag of showing, some kind of virtual signaling, or they want all these brownie points. Well, things change, just like from the 60s to the 70s, 70s, 80s, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
The needle's going to, the opinion is going to swing back to the middle again, and you can be left that on the side. So,
and I mean,
be
they
careful.
like on this particular one, they don't actually mention exactly why a lot of these people are gone, but I can tell you why I think that some of them would be gone, and a lot of it is pandering. And when I say pandering, I mean you see a lot of these companies review games and talk really good about them because they want to get freebies from the game company. They want to get more games. They want to get this, and they know if I say this game is great, and as an editorial, publisher, you're like, hey, our customers though, our customers aren't going to come back if we're not getting the truth. And that's
buy one game they said was great and it's trash, and they're not going to listen to you anymore.
Yeah. And that's more of what I think we're seeing here. And I mean, and like I said, a lot of it comes down to work ethic. It's like, oh, I want the love, I want the praise, so I'm going to do this. I mean, girl on the social medias, was crying about getting fired from DoorDash because she posted on her social media that she was S8, and she posted a picture of the dude and his stuff on her social media. And then she's like, oh, well, they fired me because I reported it. And they're like, no, we didn't fire you because you reported it. We fired it because you put this dude on blast on social media, and we are a company that say we protect our customers' private information.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn it into the police all day.
It was well, that's in the policy. It's like, they were like, no, we want you to turn it into the police. We want you to turn it into us. We want to be able to do an investigation with the police so we can take care of this and take care of you as our employer. But you wanted clout on TikTok, so you went and...
Because unfortunately, a person's also innocent until proven guilty. So putting their information out, she put the cart before the horse. Well, put the cart before the horse. It's like, go out. Now, if you want people to know who this guy is, I bet they wouldn't have given much of a thing if it was a mugshot. If he'd got arrested, they probably wouldn't have minded as much. But like you said, putting it out before you report it, you're literally not supposed to do that. I even think it's technically there's laws against accusation. I don't know. It's a weird way to do it. Go to the police first, people. Don't try to get attention.
Well, the thing is don't jeopardize your life because you're trying to get clout. That was
I mean, heck, if they see it before you get to the police, they may come looking for you. I mean, it's not even a safe thing to do because if this person's dangerous, might want to get them locked up before they can find you again. Because guess what? If you put on your social media, they can probably track you down.
Now, additionally, in that particular case, the dude apparently is countersuing because he has doorbell footage and stuff that shows that she actually staged the event that she accused him of too. So,
well, that's why.
But that came out. That came out after. That was not why she got fired. The original reason she got fired is because she was trying to get YouTube clout or TikTok clout by posting somebody's personal information. Anyway, my whole point for all that is be honest, people. Try to do right by your job. Try to do right, by the community that reads your content. And I think we'll all be in a better place.
Because it may be more than just your job that's on the line.
Yeah.
If you cause enough damage, you could get hundreds, if not thousands, of people fired, like sinking a game, causing a game to not sell well.
I get that. I'm going back down to the gamer level, though. And I mean, the gamer level. Also, your customers. Like I said, if I read this article and I trust you, and I go and spend $70 on a game that sucks and I'm unhappy, I mean... A lot of people, they only get one game. I mean, we saw a recent article. It says most people buy 1 to 2 games a year, So you just wasted somebody's 50% of their year because you were trying to fluff a video game.
And also, we'll finish on this because it's about the time also. Yeah. And also, hey, just out there to all you CEOs and company investors, when you interview a potential employee, no, this isn't about septic rings. You should ask your employee, so what do you think of our main franchise? And if what they say is anything dumb as hell, which includes any form of criticism, don't hire them. Yeah, what do you think of Call of Duty? Oh, I think the troops are villains and guns are bad. Oh, you need to be out. What about Batman, entitled rich guy? You should be dead. Okay.
What about Borderlands? Oh, well, I think the humor is dumb.
Yeah, I was getting there. Borderlands 4. Well, how do you feel about Borderlands? Oh, God, I hate all the humor and style and quirkiness and I hate Borderlands. Director. Don't do that, guys. That guy ain't for you. He'll take your money. I'll take your money. I ain't gotta like nobody to take their money. But the difference is, I'm old school. I'll do my job. But these folks ain't doing their job. They're taking your money and doing you what they told you they would do because you, for some reason, ignored the fact that they hate your franchise. I can't blame them, dude. The guy says, I hate the sense of humor of Borderlands. I think their jokes are stumped, stupid, and juvenile. And you hired him. He has a you know what? It's reasonable for him to assume you agree with him.
Yeah.
And thus, he needs to take the humor out. I do not blame the director for what happened to Borderlands 4 not being funny and the humor and style not feeling like Borderlands. I blame the people that hired a guy who was very open about feeling that way. Because I can't get mad if a shark bites me if I stick my foot in the shark tank. The shark looking at me and going, I'm hungry. Stick my leg in there, the shark is being a shark. It's doing what it's supposed to do. If it don't bite me, I'm wondering, like, what's wrong with me? So you hired a guy that had no sense of humor, and now we don't have the Hawk 2A.
All right. And on that
And I wanted the Hawk 2A.
Let us know in the comments what's wrong with Q, as he asked there. And be sure to go to Dicejunkies.com where you find us, where links where we can be found, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And as every week,
we hope you enjoy.